Anatomy of conjunctiva. The conjunctiva is a mucous membrane covering the inner surface of the eyelid and reflected over the anterior surface of the eyeball, over the sclera up to the corneal margin. So it is a mucous membrane that covers the inner surface of the eyelid. So in the inner surface of the eyelid there is a mucous membrane which is known as conjunctiva, which is present in the surface of the eyeball and over the sclera up to the corneal margin. So it has two parts: palpebral conjunctiva, bulbar conjunctiva. Palpebral conjunctiva is present in the marginal, tarsal and orbital part, which is attached to the deeper tissue. And bulbar conjunctiva is over the sclera. Palpebral conjunctiva is over the, the inner side of the mucous membrane, inner side of the eyelid, not over the sclera, but over the sclera we will find a freely mobile bulbar conjunctiva. Now a part known as fornix is present. Fornix is a cul-de-sac between the palpebral and bulbar conjunctiva, and a limbal part. Limbal is a corneal junction adhered to with the conjunctiva. The corneal junction adherent to area of the conjunctiva. Nerve supply of the conjunctiva is the ophthalmic division of fifth cranial nerve. Ophthalmic division of the fifth cranial nerve, that is trigeminal nerve. Arterial supply: anterior conjunctival artery, which is a branch of anterior ciliary artery; posterior conjunctival artery, which is a branch of lacrimal artery; and palpebral branch of nasal artery. What are the structures present in the conjunctiva? Epithelium, two layers of epithelium over the palpebral conjunctiva; transitional stratified squamous epithelium at the strip. Goblet cells are also present, which is more at the fornix. Now subepithelial adenoid layer is also present, which is composed of loose connective tissue and lymphocytes like WBC, and a fibrous layer is present. Now coming to the angle of the anterior chamber. Angle of the anterior chamber is bounded anteriorly by cornea, endothelium of the cornea, and posteriorly by the iris, the anterior surface of the iris and the anterior surface of the lens. So the angle of the cornea is this one is known as the angle of the cornea, which is a recess, and it has anteriorly the corneoscleral part, and posteriorly the roof of the iris and the ciliary body. It is composed of venous sinus inner to the sclera, which is known as Clemens gland, which is lined by the endothelium. Inside the Clemens gland there is a triangular trabecular meshwork between the Clemens gland and the recess of the anterior chamber. This triangular trabecular meshwork has the base is present in the ciliary body and the root of the iris, and the apex is present in the Descemet's membrane termination. So this trabecular meshwork helps in the drainage of the trabecular meshwork, and the Clemens gland helps in the drainage of the aqueous humor. Now the aqueous humor is secreted from the ciliary processes. So what is the composition of the aqueous humor? It has a refractive index of 1.336. It has more with ascorbic acid and hyaluronic acid, lactic acid, but the rate of the flow of the aqueous humor is 2 microliter per minute. The ciliary process forms and secrete the aqueous humor by bicarbonate system or sodium potassium ATPase pump to the posterior chamber, and from the posterior chamber through the pupil it enters to the anterior chamber. From the anterior chamber it goes to the so this is the pupil. So from the posterior chamber it enters to the anterior chamber, and from this anterior chamber it goes to the angle of the anterior chamber. From the angle of anterior chamber there is a trabecular meshwork. Through the trabecular meshwork it filters and enters into the Clemens canal. Through the Clemens canal it goes to the aqueous vein, and from the aqueous vein it goes to the episcleral venous plexus. So this is the flow of the aqueous humor. So if there is any problem in the Clemens canal, if the Clemens canal is blocked or trabecular meshwork is disrupted, so there will be a glaucoma. There will be a chance of intraocular pressure hypertension. So this is known as the glaucoma. So this is all about anatomy of conjunctiva and anatomy of the angle of chamber. And anterior chamber is also visualized by genioscope. So with the help of genioscope, we can visualize anterior chamber. What is the angle of the anterior chamber? 20 to 45 degree, which is normal. Less than 10 degree makes the close angle glaucoma or angle closer glaucoma.